Toyota Tacoma. I bought it, a couple years ago. I don't know if I want to put any money into this truck because it's so old. It's got 175,000 miles on it. It's got a pretty nice topper. I put the toolie rack. I keep the bike inside most of the time. I'll show you in a little bit, but I keep the bike inside most of the time. But if I'm sleeping or I got two people with me, I have to make room for both people and not just the bike. But anyway, here's the empty bed. It's got a plastic liner here and a rubber mat as well, so it's pretty well protected. I don't know if you can tell, but there are, let's see, there's USB ports here. There's a cigarette lighter type port there, 12 volt accessory port. There's USB here, and then there's a voltage indicator here. This hooks up to my auxiliary battery that plugs in here, and it gets charged by the truck alternator. This is how when my battery's in here, I plug this into my battery and it powers up all the USB ports in the truck and the light. The USB ports are right here. They're kind of these cheap little ports, but I really wanted them because I thought I wanted to have a on-off switch. Don't really use the on-off switch that much. I mean, I got a light, this USB light that I plug in there, and I use it to kind of light up the inside of the cab. Here, there's the other USB port here. But again, all of this is only available when the whole truck is filled with the bed, which I'll show you right now. So here's the bed I made. It has 3/4 inch verticals I use for the plywood, or for the sides, and then 3/8 inch for the bottom and the top. The top has on it a 1/2 inch yoga mats, so there's quite a bit of padding on it right here. If you can tell, I drilled out big holes on the side for weight, I guess. Not really sure. I should have made them bigger. The box is a little bit heavy. Separator down the middle. There it is. Separator down the middle, has holes in it. I routed all the edges and then just painted everything. I just cut this out this morning. It was kind of a hard corner here, but I couldn't get it in and out without removing the camper clamps. All right, this is what the part of the bed looks like. As you can see, it only goes up to about the wheel wells. That was intentional, believe it or not. Also, you'll notice that it's very low. I mean, it just barely goes to the top of the wheel wells there and here, and that's so I can sit down and my head will be fairly comfortable. I don't have to hit it. I'm 6 foot tall, and I don't know, I have a relatively short torso, so I can fit, my head can fit there and I can sit down pretty nicely. But here, I'll show you what I was going to do. I've got one of these. I need to get another one, but it's basically so I can sit down in the back of the truck like this with my feet up there. All right, so here's the the boxes that go in here, and I really love these boxes. They're strong, they don't move, the lids fit perfectly. Anyway, so in this box, this is the first one that goes in, and it doesn't really have, I don't know, maybe I need to rethink some things, but it's got tarps, slack line, some wires, or some cable, things that I don't use that often. But anyway, it goes in, it fits perfectly. The next one is pretty much if I'm camping or long road trips or stuff, I got little food to kind of snack on here or cook. Mostly some Thai noodles, some rice, seasoning, tuna fish, chili powder, popcorn. I used to have, oh, there's some beans in there, dried, refried beans, or dehydrated beans. I haven't even tasted those yet. They probably aren't going to be that good. And then the last one, it's kind of my kitchen supplies here. My coffee. I keep the coffee out here because I usually use it more often than the food in there. But I've got a little sink that I can't do with one hand apparently. There we go. Yeah. There's a little sink tub that I use. Let me show you. All right, so I have this little water container. It's called the fridge stack that I use. It can just loosen the cap here a little bit. And I can wash my hands here, brush my teeth, whatever. It's kind of nice, you know, gravity feed. But I'll show you where that goes in a minute. One of the things I need to work on is a paper towel holder. I use those all the time. I need to maybe mount one up here or something. I just don't want it to look really, you know, like I'm living in my truck or something. You know, I want everything to be kind of packed away. Anyway, so that's it. 3 of them fit in there. And push it all the way back. The other side, I'll show you. So the other side, I don't have a real good plan yet. I don't have too much stuff, but I just keep some junk. There's a little box with some electronic cables and stuff, and I don't really use all those. I should remove them, but I have them there anyway. The solar things usually go in there. This second box is a little more useful. These are all my bike related stuff, bike tools. I keep the tools up top. Spare parts and stuff go in the bigger section. Less useful, but most of the tools are in there. And this again, a really useful box, but it's a lot smaller than the other ones. But anyway, I keep it here. I could put big ones over here as well and fill it all up, but there's a reason I want to keep this whole space there. I'll show you in a second. All right, so here's the first box that I built. It goes here on the passenger side of the truck, and it basically just slides in there. Covers just about half of the hole there. There's a side on, that's where I keep the water jug. On the side, easy to get to. The rest of this just kind of opens up. I got some dowels here to make sure they sit in place, but there's, again, a bunch of extra room. I can fit 2 more of those big boxes here if I wanted, but instead, here's what I do. One side I keep for the chair. The chair fits pretty tightly in there, but it's good. Nothing is very accurate here. This thing can move around. It can come out all the way up to here. and still be fine. Hold on. Next, I like to put my tire pump in here. It just fits right there. And then I put my Camelback in the rest right there. And my gloves. Then I just cover it up. And now I can totally sleep on this side only. Next. Here's what it looks like plugged in. This plugs into that thing, tuck it there. This is kind of in the way, it just flaps around. You can see I've only got 11.8 volts left. I haven't had the alternator charging this thing, nor this, nor the solar panels. So, all right, so that goes there. That's there. This one's next. All right, here's the third box that magically fits in there. So here's what it looks like from the outside. This comes off, and you can see there's a bike holder there. It's reinforced on a big piece of 2x4 to keep it from going back and forth. There's a big notch here. I can get my bike. I'll show you that in a minute. Since I don't have a tripod, I won't show you me doing it, but I'll show you it in there. So that's that. All right, so in that hole there goes this homemade pressurized water system, which works, but I don't really like it because this is really good for washing down bikes. Washing me down. Took a shower the other day. It's pretty cool. Anyway, this goes in there. All right, there it is in there. Like I said, I don't like it very much, but I like the way it fits in there. You know, it's kind of a pain to always pump it up through here. All right, there's my bike in there. You can see that it's pretty tight at the top. I have to loosen the seat and turn it around so it fits. Like I said, I was really hurting for height. That's why I made these things so low. I can't go any lower than this, nor can I go any higher, so my bike will fit. It's a pretty big bike. A smaller bike should fit easier. All right, so this is the other cover. You remember it was hinged. I forgot to mention that, but it was hinged. That's why it's hinged. I usually flip it over this way. I just have another simple little sleeping pad that I put on this side. I kind of keep it there all the time. There it is. Just crawl up there and sleep, usually with my sleeping bag. But when summertime, it's something much lighter. But I like having it there all the time. Hold on. I have a big pillow that goes across the edge. It's in the... I don't like my pillows to get all dusty and dirty and stuff because they go against your head. So I keep mine in one of those dry bags. And so when I'm ready to sleep, I take it out of the dry bag. And it's always nice and fresh and fluffy. Window screens that I made. That's just Reflectix on one side. Some black material that's kind of glued on the other side. And then the edges here I sewed a little hem. Forgot what it's called. A little flashing, whatever. Here there's buttons. Anyway, these snap onto there. They don't really make a good snapping sound. And there. And there it is. It's all closed up. Oh, this is actually a screen for the back window here that I haven't figured out a way to fasten it yet, so I just